What's up, tennis fans? I'm Lynch, and this is Tennis Now, your source for the latest tennis news now. The US Open has top players dropping out like flies. Venus and Serena Williams have skipped out of the US Open series while nursing injuries, but the Williams sisters both said they plan to play the US Open. But some breaking news changed all of that as Serena Williams announced that she will not be playing in the US Open due to her cut foot. The extent of the injury is unknown. "I think I just will be happy to get there," Williams said last month, and obviously not happy I didn't win the last one. "But I won't have to worry about defending my title, and it's always easier going into a tournament where you don't have to defend your title. I'll be happy about that and looking to just do my best." It would have been Serena's first US Open singles match since she exploded in an obscenity-laced outburst following a foot fault call that led to her default in the 2009 US Open semifinals. Former world number one John McEnroe, once tennis's raging rebel who had his share of angry eruptions on court, said this week he still believes the foot fault call against Serena was wrong. McEnroe said, "People can rip me, but I don't think the person should have been calling the foot fault. It wasn't by any means obvious, so at the very least, they should have said something to Serena. If this was going on regularly, which I don't believe it was, they should have said, hey listen, the next one I'm going to have to call." While Johnny Mac does not agree with the call, he suggested it did not excuse Serena's behavior and said Serena lost it worse than he ever did. "I've never seen Serena lose it like that. I dare to say she lost it even worse than I've ever lost it. I think she possibly could have even topped me," McEnroe said. John Isner won the longest match in tennis history at Wimbledon, but will he make it to the starting line of the US Open? US Davis Cup captain Patrick McEnroe says Isner's right ankle injury is worse than initially thought. "It sounds like it may be more severe than initially we thought," said McEnroe, adding Isner is questionable at the moment for the US Open. Isner held a 5-3 lead over David Nalbandian when he rolled his right ankle trying to hit a return in Cincinnati. Isner initially said he believed he would recover in time for the start of this season's final Grand Slam on August 30th, but that still remains to be seen. Isner said, "It's tough to say. I don't think the US Open is in doubt. I didn't sprain it, I rolled it pretty good, but in 10 days' time, I'll be fine." Isner upset Andy Roddick to reach the US Open 4th round last year and has been a valuable ranking points at stake. Joe Wilfried Tsonga and Tommy Haas have withdrawn from the US Open. Tsonga has not played since hurting his knee at Wimbledon, while Haas is still recovering from a hip surgery. Word on the street is that David Nalbandian will get the wild card. They join Mario Andrić and Ivo Karlovic. No word on Juan Martín del Potro's status. Justine Henin is out of the Open and is done for the season. The former world number one who injured her right elbow in Wimbledon lost to Kim Clijsters last month, announced she has pulled the plug on the season. "For my preparation for the competition in 2011, I cannot take any risks, so I hope to go back to practice in October. I'll work hard to get ready for this new season," said Henin. Meanwhile, Ana Ivanovic has withdrawn from New Haven due to a left ankle injury that forced her to retire from the Cincinnati semifinals last Saturday. Ivanovic says she will be ready for the US Open. Ivanovic said, "Right now I am quite down, but I believe I will be ready for the US Open. I had a similar injury 2 years ago in Doha, and I recovered within a week. Now I just have to be patient and wait for the pain to go away. I'm confident it will be fine for New York." Nadia Petrova has replaced Ivanovic in the draw, and former number one Dinara Safina has accepted a wild card into New Haven. Ending with a more happy note, Carlos Moya has a new title, Dad. The former world number one and his girlfriend of 3 years, Carolina Cerzula, became first-time parents, welcoming a baby girl into the world in Mallorca. The little girl is named Carla Moya. "A baby is what we both thought of, tried for, and wanted. We're very happy," the couple commented to the Spanish media. Mallorca has produced 2 Grand Slam champions in Moya and Rafael Nadal. In fact, Moya mentioned Nadal early in his career and famously predicted Nadal would win more championships than he did. So maybe Carla will someday follow in her father's famous footsteps. Americans have been making themselves known in Cincinnati. Mardy beat US Open favorite and Rogers Cup champion Andy Murray 6-7, 6-1, 7-6 to get into the semifinals, while Andy Roddick fights for his place back in the top 10 by beating Robin Soderling yesterday and upsetting world number 3 Novak Djokovic 6-4, 7-5. Well, that wraps us up for today. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and subscribe to the Tennis Now YouTube channel. I'm Lauren Lynch and this is Tennis Now. Have a great weekend.